The views and opinions expressed in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of Acuma, its board of directors, its management staff, or its members. The podcast discussion presented is conversational in nature and for general information only.
Hello and welcome to Acuma's On Point Podcast, a series focused on sharing the stories of people who are making a positive impact in the credit union mortgage industry. I'm your host, Peter Benjamin. Coming to you live from our annual conference at the beautiful Gaylord National Harbor. Today's episode is being brought to you by Optimal Blue, a portfolio company of the Perseus operating group of the Constellation Software Company. As a leader in mortgage secondary marketing technology, Optimal Blue offers software and services used by hundreds of credit unions of all sizes to price, lock, hedge, and trade mortgages. Through its robust marketplace, actionable data products, and API connections to a broad array of market participants, Optimal Blue helps credit unions better serve their members. Joining me from Optimal Blue is Mike Vogue, VP of Hedging and Trading Products. Mike, how you doing?
I'm good, Peter. Thanks for the opportunity to have me today.
Our pleasure, truly.
Really appreciate the partnership with Acuma, and there's just a lot of good things coming out of the conference.
Oh, absolutely.
Just standing in the vendor booth, we were problem solving things with some of the credit unions just yesterday, looking at things such as how to price loans more competitively, or just different things that they could do in their secondary marketing solutions right now.
Love it. So I want to come back to a little bit more about your thoughts about the event. And again, thank you for being here. Thanks for sponsoring today's episode. Really do appreciate it. We always appreciate our partnership with Optimal Blue and everything you do for our industry. But you're not the only one here. We also have the infamous, the well-loved Kathy Weber, CMB, VP of Residential Lending at Delta Community Credit Union of the good old state of Georgia.
Thank you very much, Peter.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Excellent.
Happy to be here.
Excellent. Now, before we started out, I was going to make a comment, and I thought I would just chime in now, knowing that Justin's also here, and he's from Tennessee, loves the Vols.
Go Vols.
Go Vols. No. Go Dogs. Go Dogs. You said you didn't go to Georgia. You're a fan of Georgia. Did you look across the river and see that big Georgia flag? When I say big, this thing is
the side of a building.
It's the side of a building. It's probably 40 by 20. It's massive.
I mean, the building had to be 3 stories maybe, and I don't think there was enough for it to drag on the ground or to see the brick behind it. Like it was massive. They might be Georgia fans.
They might be.
I'll have to go out and look for that later today.
And take a picture. and all the rest of the Georgia attendees. It's a fun thing to look at. Anyways, I come back.
It must be something about Maryland. I'm a Penn State grad, and Penn State commonly has things up in Maryland, advertising for the school. So I don't know what it is. It must be something about Maryland.
We're not here to talk about this. We're not here to talk about this. You guys have a good team, as always. But anyways, my Terps are looking good this year. Undefeated. Anyways. We're not here to talk about college football. We're not here to talk about the great state of Georgia. We're here to talk about our annual conference. And so, Kathy, I'm going to start with you. So, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being on the podcast. Now, this is not your first time coming to an event. So tell me, so far, what's the experience been like for you?
Well, it's always great to meet others from the credit union space, and then we have great education that we participate in through the sessions, and then also there are the vendors in the exhibit hall, as you mentioned. So it's just a great place to do a lot of things in a very condensed time frame to help motivate you to go back to do some new things, think about things a little differently, and make some new connections.
Love it. Now, Mike, you were kind of talking about this a bit more. Anything else to add about your experience so far here at Gaylord?
Yeah, I think it's just getting everybody in the same room, right?
Right.
There is a piece of the puzzle that's lost over the phone. I think. And even with webinar and Zoom and Teams, there's not that same energy that you get in person. And I think there's a different energy when everybody's in the same room buzzing around and you bounce off one person and bounce off another. And problems just get solved, I feel like, from just the conversation that you have.
I was going to also say that, since COVID, people don't go out to make sales calls or visit or connect as much. So this is more important than it's ever been before, to see each other face to face, as you said.
Yeah. And there's just something about seeing somebody in person that, I don't know if it takes the relationship to the next level or what it is, but you feel more comfortable than you could have 10 phone calls, you could have 10 Zoom meetings, but when you're with somebody in person, it just changes the relationship.
I'm glad that you said that, because it's one of the things that jumped out to me, and multiple people have come up to me. But here we are, it's Tuesday, but multiple people have come up to me this week and have said the energy in this room, it's contagious, it's amazing. People are excited to be here. They're openly sharing everything. They're problem solving together, whether it's credit union with a vendor like Optimal Blue or credit union to credit union. I've been actually blown away by the excitement, the positive energy that's in here. Because coming in, let's be honest, it's a tough year, right? The market is nowhere where we thought it would be start of the year. Housing inventory is horrible, right? Production is down, right? Look, we have liquidity issues across the board, right? We can keep going down the reasons why there should be negative energy in here, but it's not the case. People here are very positive. They're excited to be here. And, outsider looking in, you would never know that we were going through a tough market here because of all the excitement that's in this room. And I love the new format of our event exhibit hall with the open floor plan and the kiosks. All it does is just allow vendors like Optimal Blue to have a better opportunity to create open dialogue and problem solve. So that's for me, that's been amazing to watch.
Yeah, it was almost like consultative yesterday, where somebody from the Optimal Blue team brought somebody over. They just met at the conference to come talk to me, and we came away with a potential solution in just a couple minutes. So it just facilitates that dialogue. I think that's super important right now.
Right. You don't get that at a lot of conferences.
No, you don't.
You really don't. You really don't. All right. So next part, we kind of talked about the experience so far. Let's actually talk about, yesterday's sessions. And really Sunday, I guess we can focus on Sunday as well. Favorite part of the conference so far?
I have to go with yesterday's speaker in the morning. I don't remember her name, but it was Soul Pancake.
Yeah, Shabnam.
I left so energized from that, and I think she actually referenced a lot of the things that we talked about a couple minutes ago, with the energy of people getting back in person and just some of the ways that you could find positives in like your day to day. That just left me like buzzing after that.
That's good.
Well, and then you had to pay close attention to the economist that followed, because he had some pretty good lines in the economic update.
I love that he tied in Tom Cruise movies to our current, pretty much the current economy. He tied in every single Tom Cruise movie, and I thought that was hilarious.
Well, I like the, I just wonder how I look in brown for the UPS driver joke.
Yeah, he was good. And with Shabnam, I mean, I jokingly said before she went on that, there's a good chance people are going to cry.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
I cried twice. I fully admit that I teared up twice.
Yeah, it was definitely tough. The video of the young woman who had the cystic fibrosis, that was tough. But she has such a unique and positive perspective on life that, like, I'm telling you, I left that so energized just after hearing that.
That's good. Yeah, that's the reason why we do these things,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Again, we want to focus on not just being better professionals, better lenders, better teammates. There's a completely other half of this equation. We have to be better people, right?
Yeah, it kind of goes back to then creating cultures internally at your own companies, right? That then make people perform better, right? If it's a good culture internally and you're a good leader, that stuff reverberates.
Yeah, agreed.
And that led into one of the sessions I attended yesterday with Dr. Dr. Bruce
Yep.
about
The doctor.
how to attract good talent to your credit union, and your culture and your service aspect and the way you treat your employees all has to do with that.
True. It's very true. Very wise point. Very wise points. All right. Next question. Here we are, Tuesday. I'm not going to consider the home stretch because we still have a half day tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. Tomorrow's going to be fantastic. But really, I guess between today and tomorrow, what are you looking forward to the most as far as the sessions? Or it can be a general session, it can be a breakout session. What are you looking forward to? Kathy, we'll start with you.
Just attending more sessions.
Yeah.
Trying not to have to go back to my room to work on my laptop to keep up.
You don't have your laptop with you, do you?
No.
Right,
well,
good.
it's in the room.
All right, good.
No, but there's just such great content, and it's an action-packed day, and you don't want to miss any of it. So
True.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of the sessions. Shamelessly, we're having a little dinner party tonight on a boat, which I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to getting out and going back to Chabonaud's 25-1 outside rule. I'm excited to get my hour outside today on the dinner boat. So
I love these parties on boats. It makes me think of two things. Step Brothers, one, but then there's was it Lonely Island? They had that song on a boat.
Yeah.
So both, anyways, bad jokes. I love both of them. Inappropriate for this podcast, but good all the same. Anyways, so that's great. I mean, today for me, I'm looking forward to hearing from Marina Walsh from MBA. We heard from Fannie Mae. About MBA's economic forecast for housing, and yesterday Dr. Basu, he shared pretty much everything about the overall economy. But today Marina is going to share just benchmarking statistics. I'm really looking forward to that. Only because I think it's that benchmarking aspect is something that's missing from the credit union side of the mortgage industry. We don't quite grasp it. We don't quite get it. We don't really follow any type of benchmarking. And so maybe if we understand it a bit more, maybe we can start focusing our attention on how can we debunk the myth. And when I say debunk the myth, it's, credit unions are slow. They're not going to close their loan in 30 days. They're going to take 60 days to do a refinance.
They can.
Look, when I was the last credit union I was at, we were closing purchases in 21 days and under. So they can, but the problem is there's a lot of people out there saying otherwise.
Right. You're right.
So if we understand what we have to strive for, that benchmark, maybe we have something to move forward to.
And that's why I think these conferences are so important is a lot of these, especially the secondary marketing groups in these credit unions or IMBs or banks, whatever institution, they're very isolated, right? They're very like singular role in a lot of cases. So having these conferences and then other products and solutions that help people get that nudge that, hey, somebody over here is doing it a little bit different than you are. Maybe you should think about your process, not just do it the same way you've always done it.
Right. I love it. All right. Last question before we pivot to the second half of the podcast. Thinking about Acuma events, especially our annual conference, and thinking about, Vegas next year, because we'll be back in Vegas. For the people who aren't here and the people who are here and, thinking about putting into their budget for next year, in your opinions, why do people need to attend Acuma events, or especially our annual conference, Kathy?
Well, everybody's budgets are tight. People have to pick and choose what conferences to attend, and there are a lot out there, especially during the months of September and October. This is a great value. Acuma is very reasonably priced. Great location here, and then also in Las Vegas. So it's just a great investment of your personal time, your company's time, and budget dollars. So I think it's.
I love the angle on the financial side. So thank you.
Well, I mean,
it's the truth of the matter.
We are all competing. As far as which conferences can you go to, and you can't go to all of them.
Can't.
Not this year. Probably not next year. Maybe not next. So this is a a very important one, I think.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I think Kathy nailed it. I don't really have a whole lot to add on top of that. It's just a great bang for your buck, obviously, and then also just the whole aspect of all of your peers, and then also the vendor space just gives you a lot of areas to collaborate.
Right. This is the only, we'll say, big event between September and October, and really November. I'll say November, where you look around the room and it's only credit unions, it's only mortgage professionals. It's not tied in with consumer lending. It's not tied in with anywhere else. And so if you're really interested in learning more and being a better mortgage lender and you work for that credit union, again, there's no better proving ground than right here, right? That's how I view it.
Don't you have a record attendance this year?
Second highest. And we feel, we're proud of everything that we've accomplished really the past 2 years, but we feel blessed and honored that people are coming out and really following, or embracing the crazy ideas that we're throwing out. I mean, what we had, the town crier and the racing presidents on Sunday, and that was fun. And yesterday we had the fife and drum band, and we're doing things different. And we had the band we had Uncle Jesse, the band on Sunday. So we're doing things different, and people are embracing it, and really happy with that. Hopefully that just bring more awareness to what we're trying to do. We are here to learn, but part of the connection is the experience that you have in these social events. And Barry Strickland, our board chair, said it on night one in his opening remarks. Those opportunities you have to connect with people in between sessions, on breaks, at these evening receptions, those are just as valuable as any educational piece that you take away. Because I think you and I can agree to this, because we're credit union people. There's nothing more special than walking into a credit union event and the amount of sharing that credit unions do with each other. And the only way to do that is by making those connections.
Right.
So, all right, let's pivot to the second half. And by the way, thank you very much for great answers. But let's pivot to the second half. So this is the segment of the podcast where we do things like fun dad jokes, or I used to call them bad dad jokes, but now I'm just calling them fun dad jokes. Dad jokes, trivia. Sometimes we play Jeopardy. Today we're gonna do it's gonna be a hybrid fun fact / trivia. Now we often talk about this being a DC event, but technically we're in Maryland, and so we're gonna do just 3 easy. I promise they're gonna be easy. 3 easy trivia / fun fact questions about the great state of Maryland, my home state. Sound good?
Sure. Do we have a choice?
You do not have a choice. And I will say, Justin helped me with them. Help me with these questions.
Which means it's not impossible trivia.
They're very easy. At least I thought they were easy.
And as a caveat, because Peter likes to bring it up, so I'll just bring it up. You can never do as bad as me.
This is true.
I am not the person you want to go to trivia night with.
You do not. It's just bad. All right, so easy Maryland based. Okay, so although we are in Maryland and we call it the DC area, there's also another term for this region. It's called the DMV. Okay? So the question is, and this is actually this trivia question. This question has actually popped up on social media and has become somewhat of a controversy. So I thought let's ask, as a local, let's just go ahead and put it out there on the web what it really is. But what does the phrase or the region DMV stand for? And it's not Department of Motor Vehicles.
I heard the phrase last night for the first time.
Okay, excellent.
I didn't ask for the answer, but I guessed what the answer was. Okay. So I will guess again tonight. So I don't know this morning, I don't know whether I'm correct or not. But DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Okay.
That's also my answer.
Okay, perfect. So you're both correct. It's DC, Maryland, Virginia. Now, what caused some debate online was some weird people. They're probably not people from this area. We're calling it Delaware, Maryland, Virginia. And it's like, no, it's not. It's DC, Maryland, Virginia. So that is correct. DMV stands for DC, Maryland, Virginia. So perfect. All right. Next up, when you think of the state of Maryland, the Maryland people, we're weird. And I admit that we are, right? There's a lot of things that we're proud of. Just going back to the movie Wedding Crashers, football and crab cakes, that's what Maryland does best, right? Right?
This is very true.
It's very true.
I mean, especially on the crab cake side.
Absolutely. But Maryland, Marylanders, we're very proud of our flag. So you're like, Mike, I know this.
I live in Northern Virginia, so I'm very aware of the flag.
Yeah.
We were talking about football earlier, also aware of the flag because of Maryland's uniforms.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay, but
it's divisive to outside Maryland people, I would say. The black, the yellow, the red.
Well, I mean, so I lived in Alexandria for 8 years. Virginia just has a boring flag.
It does. In comparison, it is boring.
Absolutely. It's really boring. Maryland, it has a lot of pizzazz. It's fun. It's beautiful. But anyways, here's the question. And Kathy, I'm going to start with you. What are the colors of the Maryland flag?
Well, I think I just heard
Yeah, I was about to say, Mike just said 3 of them.
red and gold.
All right, so red and gold. What else?
I don't know. Maybe green.
Maybe green.
I mean, it's not too far off.
Not too far.
Pretty much gone with any of the colors.
We got the red and the gold.
Red and gold.
And then black and white.
Black and white.
Okay.
Black and white. Now, if you think of the Maryland flag, the black and gold are in the top left and the bottom right, and then the red and white are a flip, so top right and bottom left. Okay. I guess you call it the cross section. You have the cross, which is for the Crossland family. The Crossland family was the mother's family of the first Lord of Baltimore. So George Calvert was the first Lord of Baltimore. That little black and gold section is the Calvert family seal, and so it just goes back to the Calverts and the Crosslands. And anyways,
Maryland's the only place I've ever seen where they wear the flag, like almost religiously. And I mean, Tennessee, they do as well because, I mean, it's not very hard to wear 3 stars. But Marylanders love their flag, which is awesome.
Texas, they can't get enough of that weird flag.
Yeah, see? Just certain states.
Just certain states, but Maryland does it best.
They do.
Maryland does it best.
I would say so. I think that the Marylanders love their flag.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you the Virginia flag. I would have a hard time telling you like all the component parts of it. And Peter just gave us a history lesson. So
it's like what? It's some shade of blue with like some lady, like Lady Justice or something like that, or something like that. Anyways, all right. So last question. This one's easy. I think this one's easy. What is the unofficial state seasoning of Maryland?
I guess.
Go for it.
Old Bay.
Okay.
it's gotta be Old Bay.
It is Old Bay. Yeah. That was a slam dunk. That's a slam dunk. We put that stuff on everything.
French fries, chicken wings.
Seriously. Eggs.
It's good on everything.
Pizza. It really is. Oh my God.
It'd probably be good on corn.
So I born and raised. I was born in DC, but raised in Maryland. I moved down to Texas for a handful of years, and I honestly thought before that Old Bay was just a Maryland thing. Like I could only get it there. And the first night I was in Texas, I walked into a grocery store and I had 2 amazing experiences. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and it was a completely empty grocery store. And the first person I seen in this grocery store is, and I'm not joking around, this guy was in full cowboy outfit, like cowboy boots, cowboy hat, Wranglers, plaid shirt. And I was like, well, I'm not in Maryland anymore. And then I was like, well, I have to get like just some general seasoning. I was just gonna get some salt and pepper to have, and I just saw a whole shelf of Old Bay stuff. And I was like, you know what? I could live here. I can live in Texas. I'll survive this. I'll survive this. But anyways, Kathy, Mike, thank you very much for participating in today's podcast. We really do appreciate your time. Thank you very much for attending our conference and sharing all your insights into your experience so far, but more importantly, why people should attend ACUMA events. And the last thing I'm going to say is, Mike, again, thank you very much for being here, but also, more importantly, Optimal Blue sponsoring today's episode. We are thankful for all of our affiliate members, our vendor members, but our partnership with Optimal Blue is long, and you guys are great supporters of the credit union industry, so thank you for that as well.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Other than that, guys, well, we're going to sign out now. Thank you very much for listening in. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Be on the lookout for more episodes of the ACUMA On Point podcast, and I guess we'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time at the ACUMA On Point podcast. If not already, be sure to subscribe and give us a 5-star rating. For more great episodes and information, be sure to visit us online at acuma.org, and to get the latest updates, head over to our LinkedIn page.